Hello, everybody. I wanted to start a new project today, and I wanted to show you what we'll be working on. Now, this is a little different. It's a little bit outside of my comfort zone, the box in my mind, but I really, really like it. And it's pretty much um, your little treasures necklace, okay? It's your favorite beads, your favorite charms. Um, it's a way to incorporate a lot of different elements that you love, and it'll be a lot of fun to wear too. It looks great on. It's hard to show you all of it. See, on the end, I've got my heart that I just got from one of my recent hauls, and I love it. I've got a chocolate Swarovski bicone, top drilled. I've got the little banjo charm that we got from the Dollar Bead Box recently. Um, the little green girl charms that I love so much. I put that on there along with crown charm, and then I've got um, a stamped metal bar that says Faith. And then I also incorporated the red drop that we received a few months back in the Dollar Bead Box. Only had one, and I loved it so much that I added it to my little treasure necklace. And also a little red cross is my face, very important to me. And then it's mixed metal. I love mixed metals. Oh, also that bead that I liked so much. It's the one that's in bronze with the little copper slashes. It looks like little slashes through it. But this necklace looks awesome on. I incorporated two different kinds of metal chain. I got some silver here, and I got the antique copper that's up around the neck. See that? And then with this silver chain, I put little lobster claws on. So if I wanted to wear it without the chain, all I have to do is unclasp it and take it off. So that is our treasure necklace that we're going to be working on. The color scheme, I believe I'm going to do this time will be in the purples and amethyst colors. I want to incorporate some of the beads I just got in the haul. I got check glass and the plastic tubes, all the different shapes and colors that went together. So you're going to need some size 11/0 seed beads. You're going to need some size 3mm beads. I used fire polish, some 4mm beads, some rings to connect all your little treasures to. This is a necklace where you can use just about anything you want. I mean, look, these are pretty big, and I put them in it. I put these little barrels. I incorporated the red fire polished rondelles that I love so much. in that component. It's really, and some bigger rings to connect everything to. This kind of makes it look cool. So yeah, just get you some. If you want to add chain with it, get you some chain out and get you some jump rings. I used all different sizes. That's a pretty big one there. And then, I used, and let's see, kind of an antique coppery or in bronze. But the antique copper went with these seed beads, I thought. So, use that. So, get out your favorite beads. Get out some size 11 seed beads, a size 10 or 11, even a 12 beading needle. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the delicas this time, but I may. So if you want to use delicas, get that out. This isn't probably going to be a step-by-step tutorial like you're used to, but it kind of sort of will. I mean, we might not have the exact same kind of beads, but I'll show you how to do it and put it all together. Okay, so get your materials together and we will make a treasure necklace. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, we're back, and I gathered up some of my materials that I want to use, and I'll show them to you. Starting over here, I got some all different sizes and metal colors of jump rings. I've got one charm out so far. I've got a couple rings. I'll have to get some more. I got some sliders. I think I'm going to incorporate those. I got some of the check bellflowers. I got a little heart. I'm going to make some dangles out of these. Pretty much all these that I'm showing you. The leaves, check leaves. I got some hibiscus flowers. Some petals. Another check leaf. I got a little square. These are all going to be dangles from the rings that are around the treasure necklace. I got a bicone. I got a little oval. I got a flat round, puffy flat round. I got the purple amethyst little that check bead that I liked so much. Got a couple of check ovals. I got some silver round 4mm. Looks like 6mm rounds. And then I've got some 4mm fire polish and opal, peridot AB, tanzanite, metallic purple iris, and some 3mm in crystal silver line AB. And then I got some 3mm white colored rounds. I'm going to probably use Navajo white size 11 seed beads. I got some John James beading needles and some 8-pound fire line. No, yes, we need the fire line to make the herringbone with the 11 O's. All right, gather up your materials and come back and we'll get started. Okay, are we ready? Bring out your 11 O seed beads. You've got a size 10, 11, or 12 beading needle, and we're going to pick up 4 11 O seed beads on your needle. bring those down. I don't have a stop bead on mine. Leave about a 6 to 8 inch tail, enough to sew in, and come up through that bottom, needle up through the bottom 2 11/0s, like that. And pull on your tail thread and your working thread, and you'll end up with this, a little box of 4. So needle, you're coming out on this side, needle back down through those 2 seed beads on the right, what we're doing is herringbone. It's going to be tubular, and then pick up 2 more 11/0s. You're coming out of this side, chase your thread by needling down through the other side of that set of 2 11/0 seed beads, and then you're coming out the bottom, needle up through the 2 seed beads to the right of where your thread is coming out, and pull. Normally I'd say go back down through and reinforce, which I guess I'm going to go ahead. There'll still be enough room to get back through them. So go back down through the 2 on the left, and needle up through the 2 on the right. Alright, and you've got is a ladder of 3 rows. And we want 4 rows. So pick up 2 more 11/0s. Your thread's coming out of this top 11/0, so needle up through the opposite side, chasing your thread, and pull. Needle back down through those 2 that you just added, alright, pull both threads, make them tight. Alright, so we're coming out, we're trying to hold our tail thread out of the way, and we're coming out this set of 11/0s. So jump over to the first 2 11/0s, and pull. We're turning this into a tube. And then take your needle back down through. Wait, let me make sure it's not right. Yes, okay. We went from this, let me open it back up so you can see the thread path. Alright. It's so light, I don't know if you're going to be able to see. I wish I was using black thread, but it doesn't match what I'm doing. So we went from here to here, and now we're going to go from here to here. Needle up through those 2, and we're going to pull them together. It's going to make a tube. So you have to hold it. And pull. And there we go. And let's reinforce by going down through once more, if I can get down through. Yes, and see the tail thread's coming out one side and the working thread is coming out the other side. And that's where we're going to start working from. So pick up 2 11-ohs and go down through both seed beads. We're going to be working with the 2 top seed beads, and then when we step up it'll be 3. Okay, and so we need to move over to this. We're coming out here. You need to jump over and come up through the 2 seed beads to the right, or if you're left-handed or work to the left, it'll be to the left. All right, we're going to pick up 2 more 11-ohs, and we're going to go down through that next 2 seed beads to the right. You see? And pull. You're going to make sure they are where you want them, the way you want them. Now, we're going to be stepping up on this move, or on this stitch, whatever you want to call it. We're coming out here. Normally we just work through the top 2 seed beads, except when we step up. So when we step up, we're going to have to come up through 3. And if you can't get all 3 at once, you'll have to do it in 2 moves. But I got it. So pull, and there we are ready for the next round. Okay? So pick up 2 more. Come down through 2 seed beads, not all 3. Just 2 of the 11-ohs. Pull. Your thread's coming out here. So we're going to go up through these 2 seed beads to the right and get ready to put 2 more seed beads on. And this is just tubular herringbone. So pick up 2 seed beads, and you're going to come down through those 2 seed beads to the right, and like that, and pull. Make sure your beads are sitting the way you want them. Turn, and we're going to be stepping up, because when we pull our thread over, see, be going up through this one, and this one. We have to step up through 3 seed beads to get ready for the next row. Okay. Now, let me count. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do one more row. So pick up 2 seed beads, go down through the seed bead to the right, 2 seed beads, the top 2, pull your thread down, and turn it. And as you can see, you're adding beads to the same 2 stacks on either side. And you're going to have this break in between. Well, every time we go up through, we're putting a little bridge across that holds them together. And pull. Pick up 2 11-ohs. Go down through the 2 to the right. Well, it's 1, but it's a stack of 2 we're going down through. Pull. Huh. Did I not have 2? Yeah. There we go. Oh, no. It looks like I just had 1 seed bead on, so let me go back up through. If that happens, you just trace your steps backwards. Yes, I only had 1 seed bead on my needle. Okay. So now I have 2, and I'm going to go down through those 2 seed beads on the right and pull. Okay. And then we're going to turn, and this is where we're stepping up. We're going to go up straight across and up through the 3 seed beads to get ready for our next row. Okay, but this row is going to be a little different. We're going to pick up, I like to work smaller and get a little larger. So let's pick up 3mm, 2 3mm, whatever your choice of bead is. Go down through the 2 11-ohs. Pull. And come straight across and go up those 2 seed beads and pull. Now we're going to pick up 2 more 3mm. That's a different color. Let me get the same. And go down through. Let me see if I can get us closer. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. And pull. Make sure they're laying correctly. There you go. And come straight across. and up through. We're stepping up on this round, so we're going to go up through those 3 seed beads. Well, 2 seed beads and 1 3mm fire polish. Okay. Let's see what next. Let's do another. Let's do another row of 3mm. Oh, my phone. Sorry about that. Pick up 2 3mm. Come down through 2 beads, the top 2 beads, like that. Pull, turn, and straight across. We're going to come up through the top 2 beads to get ready for our next row. If I can get it. You may, sometimes you have to go up through one at a time, and that's okay too, like I probably will have to do on this one. See, I got the first one. Now I have to do the second one. That's no biggie. Whatever works. Okay, pick up 2 more 3mm. Go down through the next 2 beads like that. Pull. And then step up through the next 3. The 1 11-0 and 2 fire polish. And that'll put us in position for our next row. Okay, and see how the legs are split apart right now. And if you had more sides, say you wanted to do 4 sides, you'd have 4 legs if you wanted it to be bigger around. I'm just doing the 2 here to make it thinner. Okay, now let's move up a size and put on these 4mm drugs. Pick up 2 4mm. Go down those 2 beads on the right, like that. Pull. Make sure they're laying correctly. Okay, thread's coming out here, so straight over would be there. Come up through those 2 fire polish. These 2 fire polish beads to the right. Come up through if I can get it. See, I got 1. Can I get them both? Yep. Okay. And we're going to do that again. Pick up 2 the 4mm trucks. Go down through the 2 fire polish on the right. Like that. Pull. Put the beads where you want them. You're the boss of those beads. And then this is where we're stepping up. Go up through the 3 beads to the right to get ready for your next row. And here's where you got to make another decision. Do you want only one row of these bigger beads, or do you want 2 rows? And I think I only want 1 row. We're going to go back down to the 3mm. So pick up 2 3mm. Come down through that 2 beads to the right of it and pull. And we're going to come straight across up through that fire polish and drop. And some more up through that fire polish and 4mm chalk. Okay, and pull. Pick up 2 3mm fire polish. Go down through those 2 beads on the right. Right like that. And pull. And now we're going to step up through 3 beads. And so we're going to go through this fire polish, the druck, the fire polish. I didn't catch them all at once, so I will go hit that last fire polish and pull. And there we have that. We're ready for our next row. Pick up 2 3mm fire polish. Go down through that row on the right. Pull. Okay, and then up through the 2 beads to the right. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, pick up 2 3mm fire polish. Go down through 2 beads to the right. Pull. And we're going to go step up on this round, up through those 3 beads to the right, like that, and pull. Oops. I'm caught here. Keep your eye out for any loops of string that might be caught around your piece. Every now and then look over your piece, because after a certain point it's impossible to get them out and fix it. So now we're going to go back down to the 11-ohs. Pick up 2 11-ohs. Come down through that 2 beads to the right. Like that. And pull. Up through those 2 straight across. And so we're going to go up through those 2 3mm fire polish beads and get ready to put on our next row, if I can get that up through there. Okay, I'm going to have to do it in 2 steps. Oh, I guess not. I got it. Alright, 2 more 11-ohs. down through those 2 beads to the right. There, and pull, and step up through the 2 fire polish and the 11-0, like that. Alright, pick up 2 11-0s, go down through that 11-0 and one of the 3mm fire polish beads, and pull, put your beads, making sure they're laying the way you want them to, and you're gonna go up through that 3mm and that 11-0 to the right, and pull. Now pick up 2 11-0s, come down through those 2 beads to the right, the 11-0 and the 3mm, pull, make sure your beads are laying the way you want them, and this is where we step up. We come straight across up through the 1 3mm and the 2 11-0 seed beads, like that, and pull. Alright, finish. There's 2 rows. We've got 5 on this side. So finish the next 3 rows, meet me back here, and we'll decide what to do next. Okay, we're back, and I brought in a couple colors of delicas. If you don't have delicas, you can use 15-0s, whatever you want. Just, we're changing up the size of the beads is all we're doing. Okay, so let's pick up 2. I'm going to use the lighter color delicas first. And let me move these design bowls. I brought in some more rings and things and chain. So we are coming out of here. We're going to go over to the right and down through the 2 seed beads to the right of where our thread's coming out. And we're going to pull. And we're going to make sure our beads are laying the way we want them. And then we're going to come straight across and go up through those 2 11-0 seed beads and pull. Okay. And then we're going to pick up 2 more delicas. And we're going to go down, we're coming out here. We're going to go down through 2 beads to the right. And pull. And make sure our beads are laying. And this is the this is our step up. So we're going to come straight across and go up through. There's 2 11-0s and 1 delica. And pull. Oh, I missed. Did I miss the delica? Yeah, this is what you got to be careful of. Make sure you get all your beads. Okay. Let's pick up 2 more. The same color delica. My needle's crooked. I need to straighten it out real fast because that does have a lot to do with being able to get up through, straight up through these beads. Your needle's got to be nice and straight. And what I do is I just take plier and straighten it. Just squeeze, squeeze. If my nylon gel pliers, the nylon fell off. They're not the greatest quality, although I've bought several pair, and I can't seem to keep them on. Alright, that's better. And so we're going to pick up 2 delicas. 1, 2. And we're coming out of here. We're going to go down through that bead to the right, and one more. And pull. Make sure them beads are laying correctly. And then we're going to come over and go straight up through. There's 2 beads to the right, and get ready to put 2 more. Okay, pick up 2 delicas. 1, 2. And we're coming out of here. We're going to go to the right and go down through that delica and 1 11OC bead. Here we go, like that, and pull. And this is our step up, so we're going to come up through 1 11O and 2 delicas, and pull. Okay, now we're going to pick up our other color delicas. Pick up 2 of those. Coming out here, we're going to jump down to the right, down through those 2 delicas, and pull. And we're going to come over and go up through the 2 delicas on the right, like that, and pull. Okay, pick up 2 of the darker delic, well, mine are darker, dark purple, metallic, and we're going to go down through that next next delica and the one under it, like that, and pull. And then this is our step up. We're going to come straight across, and we're going to go up through those 3 delicas, making sure to get off 3. Here we go, and pull. Let me think. Do I want another row of these dark purple? Yeah. Pick up 2 more of the same color. This is going to be a long video. Come down through those next 2 delicas. pull, and come straight over and up through the two delicas to get ready to put on the next two. And this next two will finish out our dark two rows. And so we will, after this, come down through these two delicas to the right. Wait, I think I missed the first one. Okay. And pull. After this row is finished, we'll go back to the light. This is where we step up. Come up through. There's three delicas. Now, I'm going to let you go ahead and put on the next two rows of the lighter color, or the first color we used of the delicas. And then I'll come back and tell you what we're going to do next. Okay, now we're going to take one of our rings, and we're going to slide our needle up through it and slide it on before we put the next section on, or we won't be able to get it on, because that's what holds our rings on, is these bigger sections right here. You know, they can move a little distance, you know, they can slide around a little bit, but when it gets to these sections and this other section, it'll stop, which is pretty cool. It just moves a little. And then you can decide what you're going to put on your ring later or now, whenever you want. So I'll go ahead and do a quick row with you. Pick up 2 11-ohs. This stitch always stays the same. It's just changing the style and the size of the bead that creates that different look. Go up through the two delicas. Pick up 2 more 11-ohs. Go down through the two delicas on the right. And step up through the two delicas and 1 11-oh. Like that. Okay. Now, do 4 more of these 11-ohs, and we'll go back to the 3 millimeters, the 4 millimeters, the 3 millimeters, and the next section of 11-ohs. And like I said, it's the same stitch. You just recreate this side on this side. Alright? And then come back and we'll do what's the next part. Here we are. I brought out some head pins. Let's go ahead and put some of our dangles. Let's make some dangles from our head pins. Alright, let's see. So you grab like that, and you bend it about a 90-degree angle. Then you take, I've got some loop making pliers, but I won't use those. I'll show you with just a typical round nose pliers. So you grab the wire, the head pin, right at the bend, like that. Let's see, let's try it again. Right like that. Let's hold tight, up, bend your wire up and over, and then you're going to bring it around and back like that. So now we have a loop sitting on top, perched right on top of that bend. Then you're going to take a pair of chain nose pliers and you're going to grab that loop and hold on to it as you wrap. Just a second. There we go. As you wrap that wire around, I like to, something's wrong with my chain nose. They don't want to work right, but you wrap the wire, just wrap it around. I like to wrap it 2 or 3 times. And we can go ahead and wrap it because we're going to use jump rings to attach because we want some movement. We want a lot of movement with these dangles. These pliers, I'm going to have to use my bent chain nose. And these are hard head pins too. Okay. And then we're going to snip off that extra piece of wire as close as we can get it. And then we're going to take our pliers and try to tuck in that extra piece of wire. By squeezing it right alongside. This is hard metal. I'm not sure where I got these head pins, but they're very hard. They're hard to work with. So good grief. Just a minute, I'll be right back. Okay, and now we're going to take our jump ring and we're going to take our plier and open it by twisting. Just twist. We're going to put on our dangle and we're going to add our dangle to our ring that we have, and then we're going to shut our jump ring by twisting a couple times and pushing in. And there is our dangle off of our, and you can put more than one. I recommend each dangle you put on a separate jump ring. Let's see if there's anything else I want to put with that flower. I'm thinking maybe a leaf. I thought I brought one out. I've got so many beads laid out right now. Let's see. Come on, leaf. Where you at? Well, okay. I'm not able to find one at the moment. So let's see. Put that. Maybe I should put, do I have a metal? Let's see, I've got a heart, and I've got a little kitty. I've got a little feather. I'll do the feather. So I'm going to take another jump ring. Let's see what size. Let's see. Okay. And I'm going to open it by twisting. I'm going to take our feather, put it on. Well, I thought it was. Try it again. Yeah, slide it on the ring. Okay. Now, if you want it on the other side, stick it on the other side. If you want it on the same side, stick it on the same side. And close the jump ring. When you twist it a couple times like that, it work hardens the ring, if you didn't know that. Alright, so there's our dangles. I've got so much stuff laid out here. Let me push some of it back. I still have to do the 11 O's down here. Apologize. But you got the gist. I'm going to go ahead and put my 11 O's on, and then I'll show you how to hook to one of the bigger rings like that, and then your next section will be off that ring. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got our ring and we've got our unit, this little unit here. That's all this necklace is, actually, is just sections of rings and units like this, and dangles. You know, dangles in between the two larger parts of the unit. A ring, and then dangles connected to it. And then we got to connect these parts either to each other or to a ring. So pick up 6 11O seed beads. And we're going to go take your needle through the ring. Okay. And then we're going to go, can you see? We're through the ring, and then we're going to needle down through the opposite side. I don't know, down through 3 or 4 beads. And when you pull that, it grabs right a hold of that ring. So then we're going to go over, we're going to go straight over and up through these 4 11-O's and do the same thing on the other side. It's very simple. If I can get up through there, they're pretty tight. Let me try from another direction here. There we go. And so we're going to go up through 4. Oops, don't get caught. Let's see. Okay, then we'll go up through 4. We're going to pick up 6 seed beads. And then we're going to go through the ring and down into that last row of 11-O's, down just a few. I went down 3 that time, and pull. And there you're attached to that ring. And, you know, it's just a continuous, it don't even, you know, it's really cool how you can't even tell where the herringbone stops and the part that holds onto the ring begins. It's seamless, in other words. Okay, so we're just going to go back and reinforce. So go straight across and go up through seed beads. We're going to go all the way up through the seed beads around the ring. And we're going to go down on the other side, a few seed beads. And then we're going to go straight over and up and reinforce the other side. There you go, up and through the ring. And down through a few seed beads past the ring. And there's our lovely unit. Now, this, you know, just with one unit done and the ring, it don't look like this is going to, you know, turn out to be as pretty as what they turn out to be. So hang in there with me. Please hang in there, because you'll end up loving your necklace that we're making. You really will. I'm surprised that I did. On the one I made, here, let me get it out. We'll go back and look at it one more time. I mean, I really ended up loving this, and I think it's because it's got all the beads that I love so much. I wish you could see it, the whole thing, you know. It's just different. It's unique, and I really ended up loving it a lot. So hang in there. It is a long process, and I'm not going to be able to go through and make every single unit and section with you. So you know how to do the units. You know how to just use increasingly larger beads and then mirror that, use increasingly larger beads, and then mirror that on the other side. Split by a few rows of delicas, and then mirror that whole section on the other side. You know how to add the ring before you make the second unit. You got to add your ring. You know how to, I showed you how to add the dangles, and I showed you how to connect to the ring, the larger ring. Now all you have to do is, and you don't use different beads every time. On the other side, if you want it to match, you can use the same kind on the other side of the necklace, but just continue to make units of beads that you love. And you could even go around a second time and attach. You could have 2 rows. Where I put the chain, you could do more units like this. Now you could make a continuous unit like I did here. At the bottom, as you see, I'm not separated by rings. I've got one continuous unit from the ring down. From the rings down is one continuous unit. See? So the larger the larger the beads, the bigger your units will be. And really anything goes. I mean, just make it, just add the beads that you treasure, and that's why I call this the treasure necklace. Okay? I'm going to try to incorporate this jade butterfly. I think that would be pretty with purple. Purple and green goes together so well. So I'm going to continue. I'll pop in here and there and explain what I've done and show you what I've done. But have fun, be creative, and use the beads and the charms that you love. All right, have a lot of fun. Okay, I'm back after a day of non-stop work. To this point on our treasure necklace. And I have the idea, instead of hooking a chain, instead of finishing this off just like this is on the bottom, to instead of hooking a chain from I had a loop from on this one side and a loop, metal loop on the other, and I had a chain on the other from one side to the other. I think on this one I want to put the chain on the bottom from these loops to connect. So I cut 2 equal size pieces of chain. I've got me some 4mm or 6mm, it looks like, jump rings. And I'm going to, what do I do with my pliers here? Where'd they go? I'm going to connect these chains and see if I like it. If I don't like it, I will switch it up. And my chain nose, the chain nose pliers, is something wrong with them, so I got to use my round nose pliers, which are not very good for opening jump rings, but we'll make it work. So we're gonna just attach the jump rings to these rings. Here's one side of that one. And let's grab another. I hope you all had fun making your treasure necklaces and you put on their beads that you really love and charms. Okay, there's one. And let's get the other on. Like I said, this is really outside of my, I didn't think I would, I just thought I would try something really different. And I didn't think I would like it as well as I do. Oops, can't show that yet. I really do. And I wore the red and black one and bronze one today, and I really, really like it on. I got a lot of compliments on how unique it was. What's going on here? And let's do the other side. That's why I got out a couple extra, because I am known to flip a few jump rings on the floor. Okay. There's that part. Yeah, I kind of like that. See? And then up around the neck, I think I'll use a little bit bigger silver chain. Now this one I stuck with one metal, which was of course silver. The other one here, I used mixed metals, and I still think I'm partial to this one. I still think I really, really like this one. Like I said, I've been wearing this all day, and I really, really like this one. And I really wish that the screen was big enough so you could get the full effect of these necklaces. And I really hope that you guys stick with this project, because I know you're going to love yours just as much as I love mine. I put, see how I did this? The butterfly, the gemstone butterfly from the dollar bead box. I didn't dangle it, I just made it part of the necklace. And I put these rings here, the slider that we got from the dollar bead box instead of a ring. I got that one, and then that one. I put a big loop on this one so these dangles would really stick out. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Let me see if I can back off anymore. See that? Alright. These are kind of a long necklace. Not real long. But once I get that piece of chain on, I don't know, it goes down about, it's probably about a 22, 21 inch necklace, something like that. Perfect length. It's not a choker. But I hope you guys go to on Facebook, Shelly's SHELLYS jewelry box, and post the pictures of your treasure necklaces. And I can't wait to see them. There's that dollar beadbox butterfly that I was telling you about. And like I said, all you do is go around making the units that I taught you. I showed you how to make. I showed you how to hook them onto the rings. I just showed you how to put some chain on. And how to make the dangles and hang the dangles on your rings. So I hope everybody has fun with this project. Post your pictures, and I can't wait to see them. Thanks for watching, everybody.